I am creating a game. Yes, creating a game. This is a series that I'm doing just to show you some updates on the game that I'm making. If you haven't checked out the previous videos, please go check them out before this, just so you can see where I've come from. For this week, I have worked on 4-directional movement for my sprite, my main character, Dockleberry Finn, and I think it looks pretty good. I have also reworked the entire game. I initially used a template game and put in all my assets into it from a top-down shooter, and I decided that that's not what I want because I really didn't know what their code meant or how to change it without getting errors. So I decided to watch this tutorial on how to make a top-down shooter. I'll link the tutorial down below if you want to also follow along or create your own game like mine. But it was super helpful and I was able to learn what the code meant and change it for my own. And I can actually implement things on top that I would want. And so I think it's a great tutorial series and y'all should definitely check it out. Alright, so this is going to be the upward angle of my character. So if you're walking up on the screen, this is a little idle. I haven't actually implemented this into the game, but I have implemented this, and this is the run cycle for him going up. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I just used the run cycle that I had already and just turned him around, you know. This is also when he gets hit and he's going up. I did this for all 4 cardinal directions. I already had everything down, so I just had to replace everything for going up. I also have the left, which this was pretty tricky to get the angle, but when you see it in the game, it looks super cool. It looks as if my character is 3D. So this is a little idle animation. Here's this little running animation. It looks kind of goofy, but it's so cute when it gets into the game. His little flipper flopper legs. They just stretch out so far. And his little head is bouncing. And this is when he gets hit. I haven't implemented a health system in the game, but I will be shortly. Alright, and then the reverse on the right side, I mostly just flipped everything over, and so I didn't have to double my work, and it still worked out great. But yeah, I wanted to add all these in because the tutorial that I was watching did have all of his 4 cardinal directions completed for the sprite, and I've done this before in a previous little work. Alright, so this is the new weapon that I've animated this week. This is the assault rifle, or the AK, and I mostly just copy and pasted some elements of the shotgun into it so it shoots faster. I just wanted to create the code to actually have a new gun. So speaking of code, I completely reworked the entire game. I just started fresh and added all my assets, and as you can see, there is some red blocks and yellow blocks, and I'm using the assault rifle right now that I've added in. And so the yellow blocks are like water where you can't really walk over it, but bullets can be fired over it, but the red blocks are actually the wall. And here's my little character turning around, so you can see. Kind of looks like he's 3D, and I feel like the turn is super cool. I also got the sprite of the gun to flip when you're on the left side. So in the previous version that I had, it wouldn't flip. It just made the gun go upside down. And so I think this looks a lot better. Everything is a lot cleaner. The animations are super cool, and as you can see, the bullets are not going through the red wall because it is a wall and you can't shoot through the wall. And so later on, I will definitely add my tile sets back and make it look very polished, but as of right now, this is just testing. And yeah, I also have multiple guns, and I am implementing a inventory system, or a selection. So this is a shotgun. This is how he looks with the shotgun. It also turns around perfectly. But yeah, what do y'all think? For just doing that in a week, I feel like it's a lot of progress, and even though it is a couple steps back, I feel like I can go forward so much further than what I had before. And of course, this has happened multiple times in this process. I haven't even started before I went to Game Maker. But yeah, I went through a whole Unity thing where I tried like 3 or 4 times to make a game and it never worked out. And I think this is the best start that I've had, and I think I'm gonna run with it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please comment down below what I can do better in the game, what you would like to see in the game as well, and subscribe to the channel so you can follow along for this journey.